Well, it wasn't a clean day for us, and unfortunately, that's not good enough to win when you go on a roll, especially in Notre Dame. So I give Notre Dame credit. They came ready to play. They made enough plays to win the football game. We had some critical mistakes in key situations that hurt us, and then some turnovers that hurt us. So as coaches, we got to be better. We got to put our players in a little better position to succeed and make sure that those things don't happen again, because there's going to be a tough stretch of games coming up, and we got to be sharper as we move forward.
Jeff, just what happened on that fourth down there, the fourth and inches, and how does a delay a game, I guess, happen in that type of a moment?
Well, I give the credit. We wanted to make sure we got the first down, so we did switch the personnel. It got loud. He couldn't hear the call in for me. He finally got it. He got up there, and unfortunately the clock was winding down. And he didn't see it. So that can't happen. So we have to have a better way. Situation with no timeouts that we got to get first down, figure out a way to get first down in that personnel. So that's on me.
Jeff, you come out of this thinking that the turnovers were the difference ultimately, and 7-point loss in the end. They moved the ball pretty well, and obviously gave up 2 pretty easy scores.
Well, it was a combination of a lot of things. Without question, the turnovers hurt us. And I think the situational football, 2 fourth downs we didn't convert, hurt us. So we got to be better there. And the defense, we started slow. Wasn't to have a plan to come defend the quarterback and allow him to run like that. It's not good. We adjusted finally and we got it fixed. But that's happened too many games, so we got to be better at that. And snap over the punter's head was hurt us as well. There were numerous things. So we just didn't play a clean football game. When you don't do that, you're not going to be Notre Dame.
We're talking about the fourth down conversion right before the half. Talk about how not getting that. If you guys would have got there, probably have a little more momentum going into that second half, coming up short enough to get the one before that.
Well, that's on me. We called a play to get on the edge instead of running up the middle, and we weren't able to get around the edge good enough. So probably have a better plan to get a lead blocker in there and just run off tackle and do something like that. We run a lot of play action, fourth down, so if we wanted to mix in a run or two, it didn't work.
Jeff, you guys have been pretty clean throughout the season. What do you think led to some of the miscues, the bad snap, the turnovers? What do you think essentially led to those?
Well, I think you give credit to you're facing a good football team. You're in a loud environment where the noise affects things, and we did handle it well. So we worked all week the noise and doing those things. It was really our first road test to go in this environment. It was a tough road test that you have to play cleaner. We did not, so that falls on me. We have to prepare and work that better and make sure that situationally we're much better, regardless whether we're at home or away.
Jeff, were you guys playing at the pace that you wanted your offense to play at in that final drive that you guys could have tied it up at the very end there?
Well,
without timeouts, obviously.
I think we went no huddle and started to line up on a line of scrimmage and go quick. We got the ball out quick. We had enough quick passes to kind of keep them honest and to move the chains. We got in a little low there in the third quarter. We were trying to throw a little bit deeper, and we couldn't protect long enough. So we've got to be smart, and we kind of adjusted and said, hey, look, I know those plays might be open, but we're not blocking long enough. So we got some momentum going there, and thought we had a little more momentum, and then we had the costly fourth down deal that hurt us. You know what? We had a penalty before that, a 15-yard penalty as we were driving down. I couldn't see it. I don't know if it was a blindside hit or not. But it was a 15-yard penalty, backed us up, and it made it tougher. So the penalty hurt us.
What you think about what you got out of Lacey? How encouraged are you? He made that really amazing catch on the sidelines. Does that encourage you for the rest of the season?
Well, I applaud Colin. He's a competitor. Probably was cleared for the first day today as far as any contact. He practiced the colored shirt on, and we couldn't touch him. So for him to come out against this opponent and just go out there and compete, my hat's off to him. This is a guy that you want on your team. He gave great effort. He's got to help us win more games, and we got to keep him healthy. But definitely proud of his toughness.
Jeff, the message to the team after this one: it's won, but you guys still have so much ahead of you.
Well, the message was simple. We got beat. We didn't play good enough. We didn't play clean enough. There's some critical mistakes we made in situations. I like their effort. They played to the end. We had some chances, but we just, against good teams, you can't be that sloppy. at times, and we were sloppy. So, you know, I got to make sure we figure out a way to clean up that sloppiness and be sharper, be more efficient. And, you know, the quick run where they scored 21 straight points, we were not good on defense. Fortunately for us, we made some changes. We were better in the second half, and it wasn't good enough overall. Special teams, defense, offense. And that's a good team in general, and they beat us. And, you know, we can't play like that if we want to win.
For Isaac Brown to come in there as a true freshman in this kind of environment, I guess how would you just evaluate his performance and what was his preparation like leading up to this game?
Well, he's still young, but you know what? He is a competitor as well. This is a guy who hadn't missed one day of practice since he's been here. He goes hard. He doesn't know everything. He makes some mistakes at times where it hurt us, just being confused. But man, when he runs and he goes hard, he knows what to do. He's explosive. He can break tackles, and we just need to continue to get him schooled up. And it's not easy. You know, he's green, but man, he never complains. He goes hard. He can be coached when you need more out of him, but proud of him as well. He's definitely somebody that needs to touch the ball. We got to make sure that we're smart with him, and pass protection is not quite there yet. But we got to figure out a way to get better.
I was going to ask you about your pass protection. 3 sacks. I think he was hurried like 8 times today. Just your general thoughts on that line.
Well, like I said, you know, when you get down, you got to throw more than you want. We had some dropbacks and even some play actions where we tried to push up the field some, especially in the third quarter, and they were getting heat on us. So it's like, okay, you know, we're going to have to run the ball. We're going to get it out much quicker. We're going to have to adjust, and you know, it's tougher when you don't have the lead because you can't really do what you want and keep them off balance. You know, they knew we're going to have to throw the ball. They knew we were going to have to get some quick points. So when that happens, we got to figure out a way to be better. But that plays perfectly for a defense, especially when you got a good pass rush. They got a really good defense. They're strong. They got some NFL players on their roster, and we couldn't block them as much for a while there until we started getting it out faster.
All right, Coach.